Doing this broccoli rabe. Broccoli rabe's different than broccoli. I had one bunch, soak it in water, and what's going to happen is you're going to pull the broccoli rabe out of the water. I cut the stems off, and then you're going to bunch it up. You can have it like whole pieces like that, or you can cut it a little smaller in a little smaller pieces. So it's going to we're going to braise this, so it's going to braise a little faster. So you've got some stems, you have some leaves, you have the florets on there of your broccoli rabe. So that's going to be all that one bunch taken out of the water once again. Shake that out. And pretty much broccoli rabe, when you get it at the supermarket, it's pretty clean, but just in case, you want to make sure, soak it in the water and take it out. Chop all that off, rough chop. We also have like 6 cloves of garlics. Whole cloves of garlic, you're going to slice them nice and thin on your cloves of garlic. There you go, nice and thin. And those will be your sliced cloves of garlic. Also, we got half an onion. Half an onion we're going to slice, we call a salad slice. So we're going to totally go down like that. That's going to give us half circles on all of our white onion. Totally there. Get to the end. Finish that up. There's our white onion. Also, I got a couple potatoes. A couple of small potatoes. I already peeled them. You can leave the skin on if you want. But I peeled these. These are white rose. And I basically cut them in half. And I'm going to do really kind of thin slices. Because these potatoes are going to braise, but we want them cooking really fast. So in that cooking liquid that we're going to braise them in, so you're going to try to slice those potatoes as thin as you can, and you're good to go. So onions, garlic, potatoes. Also, we have some stock, chicken stock or veg stock will work, and I got some chili flakes. So I got some chili flakes, so all that stuff's coming together. We're going to get a nice wide pan for doing our braising. All right, we got a supersized wide pan. We're going to put a couple tablespoons of olive oil on the bottom of the pan. We're going to turn up the heat. We're going to get that on a medium heat. You're going to get some ripples happening with your oil, but you don't want it, I'm turning off my fan, but you don't want it burning. You want it hot, but you don't want it burning, because we're going to put our onions in first. Throw those around. Get those going. You have a little of the broccoli rabe in there, that's okay. You're going to get these soft. You can get a little caramelization on them. Stir those around. Medium heat. There we go. Let them sweat a little bit. You can get some caramelization on them. Next, you want to add your sliced garlic. And we're going to stir the sliced garlic around for a couple minutes. Once again, on medium heat. You don't want the garlic burning. You want to get that nice essence and the natural sugars of your garlic to come out with your onions, both of them. You can add a little bit of salt to it right now. A little bit of salt. Get that going, a little more moisture out of our onions. There you go. And let that go a couple minutes. You get a little bit of color on both. All right, next. Got a little bit of color in there, but not too brown. We're going to add our thin sliced potatoes. Get those going. If you find that it's a little bit too dry, you can add a little bit of oil to this. Spread those potatoes out, because they're going to take a little longer to cook than our broccoli rabe. So if it's a little dry, just drizzle a little bit more olive oil in there. You'll have it swimming. And a little seasoning, salt and pepper. Season in layers this time. There you go. A little salt and pepper. Stir that around. Shake. Make sure it's not sticking. If it's sticking, slow down your heat a little bit. And you can get a little bit of, what we're trying to do is get our potatoes like halfway cooked. We're not going to have a lot of color on them, but we want them to get a little head start before our broccoli rabe. We have some color on our onions and our garlic. We don't want to burn them. And then, time to add your broccoli rabe. Sizzle, sizzle. Broccoli rabe, I'll spread that around. It's going to steam down. It's going to be a lot in the pan. It might make a big mound, but you're good. Then, you want to add in your stock. There goes our stock. Okay, get us some sizzling. You can leave that on a medium to high heat now. And what's going to happen is our broccoli rabe is going to start wilting down, slowly but surely. And we can also hit that with some seasoning again. We got the broccoli rabe in there. This is going to go at least about 15 minutes on a medium heat to really get that broccoli rabe to cook down. We're not trying to, cook it so it's mushy. But we want obviously our potatoes to cook all the way through and our broccoli rabe to be wilted and cooked down as well. All right, you can see I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I got some high bubbles going, but I'm a nice slow simmer. We don't need to cover this because we actually want to reduce our liquid. So we want that liquid to reduce and get flavor and concentrate. So we're not really, don't have to cover it. But you got to have a medium heat. And this is going to take, like I said, at least 15, even up to 20 minutes max. We want to try to keep the color in our broccoli rabe, but also we want to make sure our potatoes are cooked all the way. And of course, we got some flavor in there as well. But you're going to have a little slight crunch in broccoli rabe. That's what's so great about it. The leaves don't take that long to cook. And it's obviously, you know, broccoli rabe has some bitterness to it, so you always get a little kick of that as well. It's been about 15 minutes and our liquid's reducing down. Want to taste that liquid and see where we are with salt, if you need any more in it, or pepper. Also, you want to make sure and see that your potatoes are cooked. They are cooked. I want to use a little bit. We're not going to add a lot more pepper. You know why? Because we're going to add pepper flakes to this. So we're totally good with this. It's got great flavor. It's already cooked down. Have enough salt and ready to plate it up. So what's going to happen is you have the liquid can reduce down a lot. It doesn't have to reduce down all the way. We do have some juice left over there. What we're going to take is take your broccoli rabe right out of the liquid, of course, and you got it there. Drain it. You can save some of that juice if you want, but this makes a great side. You got your starch and your veg like all in one. Especially wintertime, it's really hearty. I'm going to put some pepper flakes on it. You can also, if you want to, add Parmesan cheese on it too. So there's our pepper flakes. We're all set.